Welcome to Conscious Creation with actress, author, and healer Dee Wallace. If you want to take charge of your life, really take charge of your life, the next hour will be a fun, enlightening experience in creating the life you want. Whether it's money, health, success, or relationships, join Dee in celebrating the power of you and see your life expand into joyful creation. To join Dee now, call 319-527-6305. And don't forget, Dee can also be heard on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. And now, here's Dee.
Well, hello, all you amazing, fabulous, incredible, magnificent, so very healthy, totally loved, and darn sexy people. Here we are again, together again. Okay, if you did not hear Wednesday's webinar, I'm thinking you're going to want to go in and get it. Dear Lord, the information that came out was pretty astounding. We covered COVID, Black Lives Matter, and voting, and then it kind of sprung off from there. It was a wealth of guidance and information for me. If you want to talk to the channel today, please press 1 now so we can get you in the lineup. I sent all of you an email telling you that I have started and committed to writing this book that I've wanted to write now for 2 years. And I would like some stories from you guys. If you pull up the email, it tells you the subjects that I need. Basically, any story you have around clarity about making a choice and how important making a choice is. Understanding that you're an electrical signal. The power of love that you've learned through our work. Anybody working with the 0 point, I'd love to hear how moving into all possibilities opened up your creation, and how you shifted once you understood that how you see the world seeing you, and how you see yourself all has to be in harmony and alignment for the creation process. So I would love to have your stories to peruse, not only for myself, but to see if I can apply them in the book. If you so desire, please send it. Please send your story to d@ or info@imdwallace.com. All righty. You know how important the channel talks about love. The channel talks about love as the most powerful force in creation. It creates everything and it heals everything, which means it creates health and wellness. Every time I do a private, I still hear the yeah, but in people's voices. Yeah, I know about love, Dee. But how can I? So I want to read you this quote from Bruce Lipton, and maybe we can talk about this in some of your calls today. Bruce Lipton, as you know, is one of our leading scientists right now. And his work, his scientific work, has coupled over into the spiritual world. And I want to read you what he says about love. When we send out love, instead of just receiving fear, so when we send out love, instead of just receiving fear like from the mass consciousness, The love we send out has two aspects. There is a profoundly different chemistry if we have a thought of love. Fear shuts down the growth mechanism of the body, and the consequence is disease and illness. Listen to this next statement. 90% of genetics is the lifestyle of love or fear. I'm going to read this to you again because I had to read it to myself 3 or 4 times. 90% of genetics, this is science now, is the lifestyle of love and fear. And what does that mean? Half the diseases and the wellness that we are attributing to our genetic makeup actually is responding to our choice of thought and feeling between love and fear. He continues, be in love and your body will be maintained and your immune system will be in peak performance. Be in fear and the game is over. Well, can't say it much more clearly than that, guys. I want you to truly start embracing love as the core of your spiritual practice. When we are in the state of love, pure love, we are at the 0 point of health and wellness, where all health and wellness is open to us. Now, this is interesting. What they're saying is when you're in fear, you're at the 0 point. Oh, the 0 point of no creation. It's just really hard to create anything more from fear than fear. And we know this. We know this because we live it, guys. But are you powerfully commanding that in your life? Are you powerfully choosing thoughts around money that have to do with love and joy? Or are you in fear of money? Because even the fear of money will break down your immune system. Fear is fear, no matter what subject you put it into. Okay. We're going to go to the callers. I want to discuss some of this. And Lee, I'm going to start with you because you're a good person to start this discussion with. Hello, Miss Lee.
Well, that was quick. Hi, good morning, Dee.
Gulp that coffee down, dude.
Yep, you caught me. You caught me. You catch me every time.
Well,
Dee,
you know.
Dee, I was so excited about your email yesterday. I've already got two done I've already got 2 done, and I got to share something with you in the channel today and the community, because you know how we have developed this directing of our energy in the mornings.
Yeah.
Before we even get out of bed. And then incorporating conscious breathing exercises throughout our day to center and recenter and so on. But I have not been, I've been really challenged with falling asleep. And I came to find out that I don't deserve, what the core belief was, is that I don't deserve sleep because I haven't done enough.
Oh, dear God, you.
Wait. Let me finish, okay? Which is the core belief that I'm not enough, right? It's that sad,
right,
old, tired story. So then I got, okay, I'm directing my night. And I decided that what I want to do, I really want to help children. I want to help people who are sick, all of that stuff. That's what I want to do. And so I said, okay, well, then during the night, that's what I want to be doing. I want to be helping people. And I woke up this morning feeling like $1 million, and I started a third piece for you that's got me so stoked because it's full of humor, and just that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you today, that I'm really excited about your book, and directing the energy in the evening is really crucial.
I get a big yes on that. Now, see, this is a great discussion, Lee, because in my consciousness, this is what they mean by being specific, I guess. In my consciousness, when I direct my day, I hold that I direct my day from the time I get up till the time I get up the next morning. But this is a great clarification that a lot of people, I'm sure, need. So yeah, why not? Why not direct our nights that we're going to rest and rejuvenate and do whatever we want to do while we're traveling around, right? So I just urge everybody to whatever you're directing through love. And that I am love and I am divine love are the highest. See, when we claim I am divine love, we are at the 0 point, and vice versa. So again, guys, we're learning. They're teaching us about the 0 point. Have we mastered it yet? Heck no. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? Yes. Learning about what all of it's about, Lee. I know you love that. I know you do. Well, I can't wait to read your stories, baby, and I thank you for taking the time to put stuff together for me, Lee.
You are so welcome, and it's the gift is a rasa give, for sure, for sure.
Thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, awesome. I'm so excited. Miss Vicki, what's your question?
Yes.
Hi, baby.
Remember during the webinar we talked about the tipping point and you had a piece of paper? Okay.
And I had a piece of paper.
You were trying to find a paper that you said to remind you this
morning. Oh, you rotten kid. And I still don't. Okay, you know what, Vicki?
Yeah.
My microphone is long enough that I'm coming over here because I know right where it is. I just don't have it in front of me. You smart. You couldn't have emailed me about this, right?
I know. I thought of it when I told Steve. I should have emailed you. I know.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's basically from power versus force. And it's
right.
When one person holds, and it would be perfect to talk about today, when one person holds the frequency of love, for example, it affects thousands and thousands of other people. And I'm looking through the file right now. Of course, I can't find it, but I'm going to look for it. And while I'm talking to somebody else, here it is.
All right.
There. I said to myself silently, I know where it is. Okay. Now, enlightenment, according to power versus force, is you're in the 700 to the 1000 frequency. One individual at 700 counterbalances 70 million individuals below the level of 200. So
Wow.
let's just go to the state of love, the frequency of love, which he rates at 500. One individual at the level 500 counterbalances 750,000 individuals below 200. And of course, the lowest is 20, which is shame, and then guilt is 30, and then fear is 100, and it goes on up to the higher frequencies. But I mentioned that on the webinar because I want you guys to understand how important it is that you do our work right now, everybody. It's imperative for the world that we do not get involved in all this fear and anger. That we hold ourselves in the state of love and knowing so that we can balance all this craziness that's going on. Okay?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
You got
so 750,000 times however many people are able to operate through love is really big. You know, that's a lot.
You think? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because right now there's about 70 callers on. So how many thousands of people of all of us created?
I just put it in. It's 52,500,000.
That's how many people we would
counterbalance.
Actually, they're saying we are counterbalancing. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Just realize how important you are in your own individual work, because your own individual work isn't just your own individual work. Got it?
Right. Got it.
Okay. Thank you,
Great.
Vicki. Thank you. I'm so cool. Thank you, Channel, for leading me right to where that was. OMG. Joe Ellen in Indianapolis, you're on.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Well, first of all, I didn't know about this webinar, so are we still able to access it and listen to it?
Oh, sure. You. Everything I do is available in the store on iamdwallace.com, but it's probably still on the home page, Joellen,
Okay.
and it is one powerful webinar, guys, I'm telling you. So, yeah, it is available to you. If you have any problems, just email me through iamdwallace and we'll get it to you.
Cool. And my question, actually, you said that we make a difference. I was just about ready to Facebook and find a guy I used to work with just to tell him, hey, I hear you're doing a great job at the new school that you're working at. And I thought, I wasn't a big fan of the guy, but I wanted to boost up and kind of counteract all the negative energy I had when I had to work with him. So I'm just trying.
Well, no, you're doing. You're not trying.
Yeah.
You're doing.
You're right.
Well, there's
You're right.
a big difference. And this is the chapter I'm writing right now on my book, The Power of Choice. You can't create anything like healing a relationship without choosing to send love and communication out to that person. So you are doing it. You've made the choice. You've taken the action. Good for you, because you're going to benefit more than he will.
Well, and good for you I'm just so glad I tuned in today to hear the message. I have a question for you about my career. Can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
Jet, I'm a teacher. I teach art, graphic design, and photography, and I'm thinking about taking this year and transitioning to freelance. And I'm wondering, am I best suited for education or am I best suited for freelance?
Okay. Well, you can't find the answer in your mind.
Right.
So, Joellen, drop into your heart. Open your heart. Go to your love place. Do you have a love place?
Like
okay.
a place I like to hang out.
Yeah, well, a love place is whatever, something that as soon as you think about it, your heart opens and you smile.
Oh, that's with my dog.
Uh-huh. That's where I go, baby cakes, my little freedom. Okay, so drop down into that heart and feel that love. Now, which one feels more like that? Freelance? Yeah, what? You got it right away, didn't you?
Yeah, the freedom. I want freedom.
Okay.
Freedom to be creative.
So what's the fear behind you not being able to make that decision? Because that decision is as easy as the decision of reaching out to this guy you just did. So what's the fear?
Financial stability.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, and who creates that?
Well,
well, if you don't know that.
No. I know the answer is me. But my mind says I am reliant on the reaction of my clients.
So why don't you choose and direct a strong, affirmative, loving reaction from your clients? That everybody you attract gets your art, loves your art, sees the worth in your art. It lifts them up. You serve them in a loving, empowering way through your art. Let me tell you.
That's what I needed to hear.
Yeah. You see, again, guys, how are you seeing the world? You see, Joellen, you're seeing yourself as an artist, but you're not seeing a world that will appreciate that artist.
You're correct.
Okay. Get that into alignment and then start allowing yourself to play in seeing everybody looking at you going, oh my God, she's such a great artist. Her art just moves me, and I need a piece of her art. I want a piece of what that art does for me. See,
done.
Starting to open up. Now it's kind of exciting instead of fearful, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I would also, the channel is saying, go to your childhood and write down all
Tell me
your
to play the lottery, aren't they?
to see the messages about money connected with work that you were taught or modeled when you were little.
Oh yeah, it was fear, total fear.
Yeah.
Growing up.
Well,
that's why I made all the choices I did.
So work with your little girl, because you see, you're versed enough now to branch out. She is still holding all those beliefs. So just work with her for a week or so and get her to trust you. Go into your heart, Joellen, because your monkey mind will always take you back to the story.
Yep.
Right? All right, baby. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you.
You bet. All right, Miss Shirley in Maryland, what do you want?
Hi, I have two questions, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. First one is kind of practical about I have so much that I could write stories, so it would help me focus or guide me. You could say, no, don't write 10 pages, write 200 words. Something like that.
Write a paragraph, a long paragraph.
Cool. And the second, and in writing these stories, we can weave together a number of those points, right? We don't address one of them.
Well, yes, but just know that I will probably pick them apart then, because
Okay.
I need stories to include in each chapter and what it's about. So, okay, good.
That's helpful. Yep, thank
Yeah.
you. And,
Thank you.
And you want it in the next week or two, is that correct?
I do. If you can get them to me, I do, guys.
I will. I'm going to do that.
Oh, so appreciative.
Okay.
Thank you.
Of course. My next question is back to sort of the seminar. I had thought that it was interesting that you said Kamala Harris had Power with Love. That was that really had me thinking for a while, and I'm taking it as power versus the force, and that she has.
Oh,
and
yes.
And I had thought that Elizabeth Warren was up there with Power with Love or Love with Power, whatever. And so where does she have a place? Oh, okay. But she's not the right person for VP, for example.
Yes, and I don't have, we didn't go into it any further about why. The channel is saying a lot of it has to do with the sign of the times right now.
Yeah.
But Elizabeth Warren is going to play an important part in that administration.
Right. Okay. When you said the channel said that, the channel was saying not for VP because of the times, but she's going to play an important role. Is that what I got from you? Or is it from the channel?
That's what I'm hearing right now. Are we asking the right question?
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. There's one other question. Well, the channel wants you to know that she's going to be able to serve more in the capacity that she's going to end up in.
That's marvelous, and I hope she knows it.
I
sure she will.
really got chills around that one.
Oh, I can't wait. Thank you so much.
All right, sweetheart. Thank you.
All right. All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, here's one of the boys. Daniel, what's up, baby?
Hi there, darling.
How are you?
I'm doing well for the most part, hence why I raised my hand. I have a question, and I'm going to start it with, I know you're not a doctor.
Thank you. Okay, what's your question?
You don't have to say that, because I know it and we all know.
Hey, my lawyer keeps telling me to say it, so go ahead.
Yeah, no, totally get and understand that. So I've had muscular tension and restriction in hip and leg, and it radiated into the back recently. I have been having it worked on, but I want to get what you are getting through your channel as a read on that.
Hold on, because I had to check. I've been experiencing the same stuff, but when I said it's the same thing, I get a no. So we're just going to focus on you. And the first words they're giving me is something's stuck. And it's a physical thing that's stuck. Do you work with an osteopath, Daniel, being a dancer?
I work with a lot of different things. Currently, I've been working with a visceral manipulation, which deals with the organs, the nerves, and the veins.
If you have an osteopath, I'd go see him. See if they can help you. But energetically, which is what our focus.
Yeah,
they're showing me right in the lower part of your, forgive me, right above your crack, like 2 inches, that lower part of your back. There's something stuck there that you just need to have manipulated. But when I say a chiropractor, which, I use both of them, I get a no.
Yeah.
So energetically, do you feel it more on your right side?
Yes.
Okay, now you and I are colliding. because it's around power. And I want you to visualize your right foot stepping out into your power. That's where we're both getting stuck. Ha! Whoa! This is so exciting to me, I can't tell you. All right, so let's find out why we're stuck. Sheets, book, give me a song. Stuck in stepping out into our power fluidly. Give me a song.
Staying alive.
Yeah. Well, there you go. And guys, you know, we're just all faced with this right now. And it's our old stories. Do you understand that this virus is bringing up for everybody their lack of power, their fear, which we just talked about in the opening of the show, how important for your body to heal the state of fear is. And it's presenting itself in different ways in different people. Some people's blood pressure is going up. Some people are feeling it in the fluidity of how their bodies are moving. Some people are experiencing it in weight gain because of the stress. So what's really going on, the channel says, is that we're all in the middle of letting go of whatever story we need to let go of. So this week, mine, and this has something to do with you too, Daniel. This week, mine, I realized that my PPP loan was up, which I've used to pay all my employees, of which I have several. Now, just that realization put me into the old story of my childhood where, oh my God, there's not going to be enough. I have enough now, but oh my God, there's not going to be enough. Soon, there won't be enough. That's what I lived. I mean, actually, we didn't have enough, but that's how my little girl, Deanna, took it in, is even when you have enough, you have to be in fear that there's not going to be enough. And that's not exactly what you're dealing with, Daniel. Daniel, hold on. This page here, 2, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. What it's plugging you into is no matter what you do, you're in fear that it's not going to work and take you through. Can you feel into that? Does that feel right?
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, guys, this is our great opportunity to let go of the stories. The stories are the thing that we have accepted and created more of for ourselves that are keeping us from experiencing the power of the God that we are. They're just walls in the way. So use this time. Feel what you feel. Go what you go through, and know that you get to look for the story behind it so we can let it go. When I say there's anything higher than that, Daniel, are you testing?
I was writing.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I get that's the highest thing, and that's the highest thing for all of us. So around letting go of our stories and moving into all of the new possibilities of health and wellness in every subject of our lives, we claim we are divine love. We are the 0 point of health and wellness. I don't have any story to tell anymore except the story of my next creation. Got it? Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for bringing that in, Daniel. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I know. I love you guys. Oh, my God. That was so needed by me and everybody. Wendy in New York, what's up?
Excuse me. Hi, Dee.
Hi, sweetheart.
Thank you for taking my call.
Of course. What can we answer for you?
Well, I'm home from the hospital. I had emailed you about my surgery.
Yes.
And I'm home.
Good.
And I'm having a problem with my dog. She's guarding me from my husband, and she's not letting him get anywhere near me or help me. And I'm wondering why she's doing that and what I can do to help her.
Well, isn't that her job? She senses that something's wrong, and she needs to protect you. And she can't reason that your husband is not a part of that. Right?
Okay.
Right. So, have you talked to her? Have you explained this to her?
I've tried to talk to her.
No. What do you mean you have tried to talk to her?
Oh, okay.
I guess
I haven't.
Okay. So you can talk to her out loud, but it's even more potent if you talk to their energy, guys.
Okay.
And get her up on the bed or the couch with you. And love on her while your husband comes over, so she sees that you're a threesome. Right?
Right.
And that he's on her side. He's trying to protect you and take care of you too.
Yeah. Because there's times I need his help, and
well, of course,
she won't let him come anywhere near me.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm hearing from the channel. If we have any pet experts on, please put your little hand up. But that's everything I'm getting. I know that.
Okay.
For example, and I know y'all are going to roll your eyes at this, or maybe not. When I've taken Freedom for her walks this week, I put her leash on, and then I get down and I get really quiet, and I say, Free, you can't pull Mommy right now. My back is kind of funky, and you can't pull me right now, so you have to be gentle. Now, I don't know if I have created not so many dogs on our walks by saying that, or not running into little frisky rabbits in our way that we often do. But she seems to understand that when I tell her.
I've done that with Piper too and had the same result.
Okay. Well, do it with this then.
Okay.
And
all right.
And it will help if you get up or get down with the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you're introducing when you introduce a child to a pet, you know, you do it slowly and quietly, so that they get the vibration and the frequency. Oh, this is all okay.
Okay.
Okay? Because bless her heart, she's just doing her job, honey, trying to take care of you, okay?
She's doing it very well.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you so much for your help.
You bet. You bet. Oh, da Bubba. Have to protect Mommy. Kirk! Dude, what's up?
Hey there. Just got back last week from a very successful painting competition.
Oh, good. What happened?
Painted well, sold well, got paid very quickly. But when I came back, I started finishing up on a mural project I'm working with somebody. And although I made an error in not communicating my delay for a meeting on Friday, for reasons I'm unable to figure out.
Get to the question, Kirk. So
yeah,
you screwed up and you lost something because you didn't keep the appointment and let them know. Is that it?
Yeah, and the person went from 0 to 100, and it went from I thought everything was all right to a really harsh tirade of the most severity I've ever experienced. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I've been introspecting. I know I can't change their energy. I've been doing what I believe to be my best to send love to the situation, and I'm still a little wobbly.
Yeah, you're not sending love to you. Yeah, that's where you're falling out. You're in judgment of yourself, and you're going, what a stupid jerk. Why didn't I blah, 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 blah. That's your story. That's a recent story. Well, no, the channel is saying it's a very old story. So does Kirk have a story where he goes, I'm so stupid, why didn't I do that? Or if I'd known differently, I would have done, or judging yourself for not coming through in one way or another. Is that an old story, Kirk?
I'm not getting a specific one. Numerous minor ones. Nothing at the moment.
Well, honey, that's what we're looking for. That's your story. Yeah. That it's think of the thread that follows you, that interweaves itself in and out of your life over time. Well, now they can take us to a core belief. This page here, 1 through 5. I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong is what's behind it. So was this a really, really, really big deal for you, Kirk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as long as I've worked with you, my beloved friend, the challenge for you has been to do the big time and know you belong there. So there's just still some remnants of your story to let go of there, Kirk, because you will set yourself up to not call somebody, forget the appointment, take too long, whatever it is, so that you don't actually get there because you have this subconscious belief, I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not getting anything else. Do you have another question?
Is the energy good for this being salvaged?
Not yet, but you can make it that way if you start loving yourself. And go, pardon my French, but this is what they're giving me. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore. Now, that seems like kind of a oxymoron to loving yourself. But if you love yourself, if we love ourselves, guys, we're not going to play these limiting stories out anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
It does resonate because after many hours of reflecting on it, I delivered some handwritten apologies for disrespecting their time. And then after I keep looking at me, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And say, hey, wait a minute. I made one error, but everything else I do is valuable, and I'm not in a stance of being positive. It's like, what did I do? And although I have some things to be responsible for, everything else I did was right, and I wasn't being respected here.
Yeah, but Kirk, your focus on that isn't going to help. Your focus on, I'm still disrespected here, they're in reaction. And I got to tell you guys, the entire flippin' world is in reaction right now. Do you understand? People who have fuses that they can somewhat contain and control, they can't control them right now. Everybody is losing it, and you see that, which is, again, why we have to do everything we can to stay in balance. So, Kirk, look away from the disrespect, because that's also connected with I'm not supposed to be here and I don't belong because the big guys are jerks and they'll disrespect me. Hi, are you my brother? Because that's one that I'm still working on.
Yeah.
But that ain't going to get us what we want, Kirk. I want you to start thinking of all the big people that you've dealt with in your life that have been there for you, and start focusing on that and saying, I'm going to see the world in that way now. Okay?
Yeah. Yes.
All right,
Thanks.
baby. Thank you. You bet. Miss Pat in Kansas, what's up?
Hey, Dee. This is Pat in Kansas. I was just wondering if you remember Francis and Jim Porter.
Of course.
That's my grandparents.
Well, they were close friends of my family's. Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I went to school with David and.
Yeah.
Do you have a question, or did you just call in to say hi?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
My parents are thinking about moving to North Carolina, and I'm thinking about going there too, but something's telling me to stay here.
So your question is, should you go or should all of you go? What's your question? You?
No, my parents are still going.
Okay.
So
the highest question is it in your highest good right now to stay? Is it in your highest good to go? It's in your highest good to stay, I get. Now, Pat, you're your highest answer. Again, I suggest you go to your heart and feel into what feels better. What feels more like joy and love? Staying or going?
Maybe going, because I'm not really enjoying my job I'm at.
Okay, well, I would, you see, that the statement that you just made came from your mind, not from your heart center.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and that's what we're all dealing with, is getting clarity about what we truly want instead of making a decision out of fear that we probably sort of should have ought to do this, right?
Yeah.
That's the highest question. Everybody's balance, anybody's switch? Nope. I get it's higher for you to stay right now, but Pat, like I tell everybody, you are your own, you are your highest answer. But I just suggest that you go to your heart for that answer and not your mind.
Yeah.
Okay, darling?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for calling in, and tell them all hi for me, will
You're
you?
welcome. I will.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, the Porters, such a big part of my life. Kathleen in New York. Hi, baby.
Hi,
You're on.
Dee. Hi, Dee. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. I just want to say the webinar was amazing. I loved it and got so much out of it.
Yeah,
really. And
I got a lot of clarity, boy.
Holy cow, it was amazing. And then working with the 0 point and just applying it with all of that. I mean, I started working with the 0 point when you started talking about it. I feel like I've made such huge shifts lately in my life. So,
well, tell me how. And I would love you to write me a paragraph about your shifts in your life from the 0 point for the book. That would be fabulous, Cal, if you are so called to it. But tell me what, boom, 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 what changes have you seen?
Well, I guess I was having an issue. I'll try and be really quick, but with my daughter and realizing like we always had conflict, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, what is this based on? And basically I came to, she doesn't think I approve of her. So then I'm like, okay, point that back to me. And I don't. There are a lot of things that I would find that I didn't approve of. And what I went back to me and I thought, well, what is it about me that I don't approve of? And then I thought of my childhood and just feeling like I was never approved of by my family. I mean, I had a great childhood, but there were definitely, I just didn't feel approved of in many aspects of my life. And so I think, so then I was like, all right, well, I approve of me. So then I started making that statement all the time, but then going to when we started talking about the 0 point, I used that. So I'm the health and wellness I am the 0 point of health and wellness around approving of myself and going back to that. I mean, I really had to, I feel like I went back to really small child where everything was approved. I was just approval, you know, and I think that has made a huge shift in myself. And amazingly, like things are so shifting with my daughter, and there are so many ways that, and I told her like that I approve of her, you know, which is when I use those words with her also. And, but everything shifted with her. I mean, you know, we're still a work in progress, but it's been really huge. So
life is a work in progress, Kathleen, and you summed it up better than I ever could, because what you just said was when you shifted when you found the story and you shifted the story and you made the choice to tell a new story, then your frequency shifted, and then she could shift. And that's why I was talking to Kirk. He's got to shift that story so he knows he belongs with those guys, and everything goes smoothly and effortlessly then for him with that.
Right.
It's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Go ahead.
It's just amazing. But the other thing I wanted to point out is after listening to the webinar and everything, I thought like I have this drive to watch the news or read the news, like go on my phone, and it does not make me feel good. I mean, in a way it does, because things are happening and that make it feel like we're going to end up having a change, you know, in November. But again, it doesn't make me feel good even to read more about stuff that's going on. Right,
now,
then don't read it.
Either don't do it, or every time you read something, before you even go in to read it, Kathleen, become an objective observer and say, okay, I'm going to go in and see what balance I can create around all this news feed. And you read one thing and go, okay, around all of that, I'm claiming I am divine love and claiming the 0 point of health and wellness for all energy around that. Okay, next. Okay,
Right.
around everything that's happening around it. And that will give you an ability, at least it does for me. It gives you the ability to go in and get the information and do something about it. You see, why it's so depressing, guys, is there's that old story. See, I can't do anything about it. What's the use? I mean, I've signed so many petitions this week, and I really can hear the thought, yeah, okay, I'll sign the petition, but what's the use? And I've got to stop myself every time. And I go, the use is I can affect 750,000 people. The use is whatever I do with me goes out into the collective consciousness and affects everybody. That's what the use is, Dee. So even signing the petition is a statement of energy that affects other energy.
Well, I love how it came up on the webinar that our community can shift the consciousness.
Yes, ma'am.
Community. And that was just like blew me away. And I remember you making the statement, I don't know if it was last show or maybe the show before that like, I matter. Like, my vote matters. My energy matters. My energy, that just stood out with everything also to me. Like,
well, look,
there's a point
again,
to me voting.
Back to what we talked about earlier. If we just hold ourselves in the state of love, we balance out 750,000 other people.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm up for the challenge. Are you, Em? Kathleen?
Yes. Yes, I am.
All right,
I
baby.
just feel so amazing. Thanks for
I can
everything.
hear it. I can hear it. Thank you, baby, for calling in.
Thanks.
Sorry, we're going. Boy, I wanted to talk so much longer, but I'm already over. What a great show. And boy, if you really want some insight about a lot of things, go get the webinar, COVID, Black Lives Matter, and voting. And let's say it together, guys. Say it and mean it. Go to your hearts. I love me. I love me. And I love me even more because I know that's what it's all about.
Thanks for joining Dee on Conscious Creation. Visit her website at imdwallace.com for awesome downloads, archived shows, enlightening webinars, and amazing free offerings. And remember, you can hear Dee every week on BBS Radio, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and live at Oneness Talk Radio. You can also hear Dee on Get Inspired Media Network, Transformation Talk Radio, plus UBN, Universal Broadcasting Network. Be sure to join us next week for Conscious Creation with Dee Wallace. And remember, loving yourself is the key to creation.